Hi, welcome to this course on how to start a company in India. I am CA N Raja along with co-instructor CA Anupal. We are going to deliver contents for this course, and in this session I am going to ask some basic questions with regard to company formation, and after that lectures will be handled by Anup. Okay, so let's get started. Anup,
Hi.
is it that difficult to form a company in India? Because there is a general apprehension that it's a long drawn process, it will take substantial documentation, compliances. Is it like that?
Absolutely not. I think perception that it takes a lot of time stems out basically from the earlier days wherein you had to do a lot of documentation, hard copy documentation, and submit it to the approving authority. These days, if you have two individuals to be the directors of the company and two individuals to be the shareholders of the it can be the same individuals itself. But if you have two individuals who can be the directors and shareholders of the company, a company can be incorporated within maximum period of, let's say, 10 working days.
Oh.
I'm saying I'm just it can happen within much earlier. But I'm saying to create all this documentation if at all required, and let's say if there are some foreigners involved for the documentation, the notarization purposes and all that, we keep it, let's say, 10 days. But normally in 10 days you get the company ready. And I can add one more thing. I can think one more aspect where if at all there is a foreign investment involved, if a foreigner is investing in the company, that time in the earlier days when many of the things were in the approval route, you had to take approval and then incorporate company. But these days, with almost everything into the pre-approval route, it doesn't take much time, and in 10 days time you are ready with the certificate.
So the myth is cleared now. It's not going to take that substantial period like people used to say in older days. So let's be clear, forming a company in India is not that difficult. Max 10 days. Okay. Then Anup, we have come across different types of companies. Somewhere we see the name board like private limited company. Then someone will say or mention only limited. Then there is some new concepts and all have come in. Can you just explain about that?
Yeah, well, that there are, let's say, for a business purpose, from a commercial standpoint, we have three types of companies.
Okay.
One is OPC, which is a one-person company. Then there is a private limited company wherein you have two or more individuals required to be, at least two individuals to be shareholders and directors. And there is something called public limited company wherein you need at least 3 directors and 7 shareholders to incorporate a private limited company. So those are the basic difference.
Okay.
in the structures.
Okay, so what we understand is there is basically 3 classification, but in that one thing is creating more interest for me. What is a one-person company, OPC?
Well, if a proprietor who's been doing his business in a proprietorship model wants to get into a corporate structure, OPC is the best suited option. In OPC, there's only one person as the shareholder and the director, as the owner and the manager of the company. But essentially, it is not one person alone. At the time of incorporation itself, you should some other person also should agree that if in case the active owner and the manager is incapacitated for whatever reason, is incapacitated to function as the owner and manager, to manage the affairs of the company.
So is it like a succession plan?
Something like that, yes. Okay. Something like that. So otherwise it's only one person. So you effectively retain that proprietorship kind of control in the organization with a succession plan in a much more formalized manner. That's
okay. So if you want to retain all control within yourself, and if you're not okay with having someone on board, then go for OPC. And I believe that model is accepted in banking, because it is also a company, right?
Of course.
Okay, fine. So I got some clarity about it. Then Anup mentioned about private limited, public limited, and I'm sure that explanation will go long. So what we'll do, we'll have detailed discussion about each and every type of company, its related features, the formation procedures in the following sessions. Thank you, Anup.
Thank you.